Okay, so books. That's what I was talking about. I was originally trying to talk about books. Ordered a couple of fun ones. I got them last year at Christmas, and I haven't read them yet. I'm not always great about starting my books when I get them, but I was interested in the stories of them, and it got me thinking about this one book series that I have called Earth's Children. I have the entire series. I bought it as part of a pack. Got it for $20. Should have been 40, but the guy gave me a discount. And it's a story. For those of you who don't have it, haven't heard of it, I'll give you the basic synopsis first, and then you can decide whether or not you want to stick around for the inevitable spoilers. So the synopsis is it's about a young girl in prehistoric times who is adopted by cavemen, and how she adapts to their lifestyle and has to survive, on prehistoric Earth. And the world building is well done. It's a really good story. There was a lot of research that went into things like the tools that they would have had to use at that time and whatnot. It's just well done. But that's the first book. So from here on out, we're entering spoiler territory. So if you want to read this series, go find it somewhere, go read it, and then get back to me because I'm about to spoil some stuff. So book 1, exactly as I described, she grows up with cavemen and learns the differences. Cavemen are treated as a separate but similar species to humans in this. And I say separate but similar because it's kind of like dogs to wolves. Like you can crossbreed a dog and a wolf, and you'll get a wolf dog, just like you can crossbreed a wolf and a coyote, and you'll get a coy wolf. And it's neither, but it's also kind of a mixture of both. Same thing happens when you mix Neanderthals in this story with humans, is you get something that's not quite either one. And that can lead to defects. So it's just kind of interesting, getting the clan history and like their culture and whatnot. I think what they did was really cool with it. And then also getting like human history and culture from that era, but like having it be different and having there be different human cultures. Whereas the Neanderthal culture, the caveman culture is all the same. It's all identical. They just live in different places. All right, we got to do the food thing because we're about to. Come on, eat the food. There we go. I want to make sure I get that benefit. Although we might not this time because we're about to hit that second day, and that's one of our last 2 food things. Anyway, so there's that. And like eventually, of course, the girl grows up and has to go find her own people, because the thing about the cavemen in the story and humans is the cavemen are significantly shorter. Like, at about 10 years old, she's taller than everybody there. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, now we have our size reference. These people are short, and they live short lives. Whereas the humans are closer to, what we know of humans and human lives. Not including the factors that would have to be contributed for living in such a dangerous area. I'm just going to start walking sideways, because I'm sick of fighting this wind. Anyway. So she eventually meets other people, and starts learning more about, how there's multiple cultures, and trying to figure out her place among humans as opposed to what she grew up with among the clan, which is what the Neanderthals call themselves. And we get to book 4. And like books 1 and 2, very well done. It was kind of hard to get invested a little bit in book 2 simply because you're getting 2 character perspectives. You're getting her perspective, and there's a perspective of the guy that's eventually going to be her love interest. And so, like, you're just suddenly thrown into, oh, by the way, there's another character, and there's, like, no warning. So, it was a little jarring for me. But there's that. And the 2 stories eventually meet, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. I like this. This is interesting. You get to learn about the world. You get to learn about this guy and, what he goes through and how he could complement the main character, et cetera, et cetera. Finally. And then, in book 3... they're romantically involved, and they meet a whole other group of people that came close to the area they were living in because they were kind of isolated because prehistoric times. And it's like, okay, cool. We get to learn more about this other culture and see how the main character reacts to so many other people because she's not used to that. And a lot of that was interesting, but the problem is it became a lot of prehistoric teen romance drama, and I'm just like, oh my word. I did not sign up for this crap. Like, if y'all know me, I'm not big on romance at all. It's not for me. I don't like it. Like, okay, I can't completely say I don't like it, because there's some romance stories that are just cute, but it's more like the chemistry between the characters makes it cute. I don't want that to be the focus of my story. There's more to life than finding your partner. Like, there's a lot more to life than just finding your partner. That's just one facet of life. It's like saying, oh, the sunlight is the only thing that matters. That's why we operate during the day. It's like, no, we can just see better during the day. We figured out ways to operate at night. So, like, it just, I don't like it. There's no way to sleep in here. There's no food in here either. I need food. All right, I'm gonna make our way over to the other trailer, and hopefully there's food in there. Because if not, this is gonna get obnoxious with the quickness. Oh, the wind. No matter what direction I face or walk, it's just irritating. Yeah, I know you're cold. I know you're freezing. Let's hope there's a bed in here. Like, I can use a bedroll, but, like, still. I need food. I really, really need food. Food is the big thing. Food is a big, big thing right now. This might be a dead run. This might be a dead run, and we just don't know it yet. Okay. There we go. Just to get some food. Man. Okay, there are beds in here. Cool. Anyway, so in book 3, we get a lot, and I mean a lot, of this stupid... They're not talking to each other because they're misunderstanding, because he speaks one way and she speaks another, and they don't actually sit down and try to talk to one another, even though the people around them say that they should, and, you know... Even though the people around them say they should, they also still don't get involved because it's not their drama, and it drags throughout the whole book. I was far more interested in learning about the new culture than I was about following either of the main characters at that point. I actually skipped ahead just to see if they did freaking get together. Like, pattern recognition, the fact the series is like 6 books long says, okay, good. Yeah, 6 books long says, okay, cool. This is going to keep happening. So, like, or not this is going to happen, like, this is going to happen, the story will move forward. It was just so annoying that it took the whole freaking book. And then we get to book 4. Book 4. I'm on chapter 3 and have not read that thing for a year. And here is why. This story takes place in prehistoric times. So, there's a lot of emphasis on, like, what is and is not... Oh, cool, sweet. I need more clothing. Oh, we're wet. Yay. Don't care. I have more clothes. More clothes are good. Anyway. So we're constantly told in this story, oh yeah, there's this animal that they eat, and this animal that they eat, and this one that they have to worry about being hunted by, and this one that they use these furs for, da-da-da-da-da. And since book 1, mammoths have been incredibly important to every culture in this story. Every single one. Let me emphasize that again. Mammoths from book 1 have been important in every single culture. Like, for the clan, it's like this big ceremonial hunt, and it feeds so many people because they all gather once every, like, 8 years or something. 8 years? I think it was 8 years. They gather once every so many years. And so they hunt mammoths together. And then, you know, mammoth hunting is mentioned, and, like, the importance of mammoth meat and mammoth hide and all the stuff that they use and how every part of the mammoth was used is mentioned in book 2. And it is very heavily emphasized in book 3 because there's a whole culture centered around the mammoth. So, by book 4, we know a lot about mammoths. Like, a lot. So then why is it that in chapter 3 of book 4, there are 8 pages dedicated to how a mammoth looks, how it behaves, and how it breeds? Why? The whole book just comes to a halt. The whole story just stops because she wanted to write 8 pages of freaking mammoth. Like, nothing happens. The 2 main characters are traveling because they're going to the other main character's homeland, and they just get stopped by mammoths. And at first it's like, oh shoot, they're like right there. That's kind of dangerous. And I don't mind the author describing this is what's going on with the mammoths, but focus on the characters, because the characters should have been like, okay, there's mammoths. They're in their breeding season. That makes them real dangerous. We got to find another way around, because they're stuck in like really tall grass. I mean, like 8 to 10 foot tall grass. So they're like, oh shoot, we got to figure this out. And oh my goodness, messages. And nothing happens in the story. They just stop and watch these mammoths go through their breeding cycle. And I'm just like, this doesn't further the story, guys. It was 8 freaking pages of mammoth for no good reason. And y'all, book 4 is the thickest book in the whole series, and now I see why. It's full of fluff. I want to find out where the story goes, but not badly enough to sit through 8 pages of mammoth. What's going to happen next? We're going to get 10 pages of wolves? Like, we've already got wolves. We've got wolves, we've got saber-toothed cats, we've got lions, although saber-toothed cats are considered going extinct in the story. But like we've got cave lions, we've got cave bears. We've got stuff that we've dealt with. We've got horses. We've been there. We don't need 8 pages of Mammoth. I don't want to read 8 pages of any other animal just because. Like, freaking man. Okay, is there any food? Now that I've sat here and ranted and let it get too dark and let my character get stupidly exhausted, we're going to die of exhaustion at this rate. Okay, that's cool. But what I need is food. Alright, well, I guess I don't get to have much in the way of food, so I'm going to eat this. Just to get some food in us. Probably wake up starving, but that's just how this is. So let's get some sleep. Because we're exhausted, and we need to warm up. Another aurora. Am I going to get an aurora every night? Because this means I can't leave the building. This is not fair, guys. I can't leave the building. How is our food? I'm going to stubbornly hold out. What can I get rid of? There's not a whole lot I want to get rid of. That's the problem. Okay, what's in the first aid bin? Alright. Okay, 8 pages of Mammoth. I've discussed that one. That was a whole rant. Sorry. That bothered the absolute heck out of me. That is not how you tell a story. Like, I don't have to be an author to know how not to tell a story, because that is definitely not how you tell a story. Okay, I really need a pry bar. Like, I really, really do. Trying to see if I left anything in the corners. That's a pillow. Is there anything else under the beds? Oh, hey, there's a backpack over here. Can I have food, please? I'll take it. I'll take that, too. Heck yeah. Alright. I can move things around in here, too. Nice. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could move these shelves around. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's considered a counter. Okay. Fascinating. Alright. This also works as a great save. So, now, let's play the new favorite game. The original favorite game was, will I make the fire? Now it is, will I crash during the aurora? Oh, I got out! Holy cow. Okay, cool. Let's get the gun ready, because, yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. So apparently it only happens at the cabin. That really makes me want to go back to the cabin and see if we can get in and out now that this is done, because I don't know if that bug was fixed or not. Let's see. Please let there be food. Nope. Scrawled message. Cool. Don't know where that is, but cool. Alrighty. It is windy. I don't like this aurora every single night thing. That's gonna get old quick. Alrighty. Well, the primary focus now is just getting back to the cabin. That's the word I'm looking for. The primary goal right now is just to get back to the cabin. And then I'll probably call it there for a bit, because I've been at this for a little while and I'm wanting to do other things. Don't get me wrong, I love the series, I love this game, I definitely want to get more stuff done, especially now that the cougar is out. But I gotta monitor my time and whatnot. Feels weird being out here now that we have, now that we've crashed before. I'm going to try to take as many shortcuts as I can, because I know this is a long walk, and we're slowed down by our load. I mean, I can only imagine how dangerous the cougar is during this time. Like, it's already deadly. Like, does it actually, like, hunt you down when it's all, like, green and glowy? I don't think if I recall, I don't think the lights up here stop the bear. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. I know they stop the wolves. But I don't think they stop the bear. And I have no idea if they stop the cougar. That's another thing to test, is does the flashlight work on the cougar? See, now I want to get a flashlight and go find the cougar just to test that. Because that would be interesting. I don't know why the Aurora has to have weird music. Like, I don't mind it, but I wish it would tone it down just slightly. It sounds less like... I feel like the Aurora shouldn't make noise. I think that's where I'm at with it. Plus, the vast majority of the game doesn't have a whole lot of music anyway. That's because he didn't, but we've been over this. Hopefully that wolf up there is not there. But he also just might be. If he is, I've got a gun. Because I don't think the flare will be enough. Yeah. I'm always at risk of hypothermia. Okay, I feel like that's the direction I should go to get to the tower. Because clearly the first couple directions I tried did not work. I do still want to get up there. I just don't know if I want to risk it during an aurora. I'd rather do that in the daytime when I can see what's around me clearer. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I can see. But I would just prefer to not do this that during an aurora. So I gotta come all the way down here and maybe try up that slope. Yeah, I think that slope will lead me closer to it. Because when I tried over here, that did nothing for us. Oh, there's the wolf. I saw the glint of his eyes. Is he gonna notice me from further away, or is he just gonna sit there? He looks like he's just sitting there. I think he's having a little bit of an aneurysm. Yeah, he's like tilting his head back, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but he's like tilting his head back and just like he's gonna howl, and then he's not. Yeah, he's barking. Are you stuck? Oh, he's making growly noise. Oh, here he comes. I can't run. I'm too encumbered. Oh, where did he go? He's over here. I see him. I see you. Bro looks like a border collie from back here. I see you. I'm watching you. Okay, he should scurry off now. I'm not going to follow him to get his stuff because we're too encumbered as is. Like, I literally cannot even run. Okay, we're going to stand here for a second and take care of our water need. And our food need. I think we're going to get the bonus and then immediately lose it. I predict that's what's going to happen. Because I'm trying to get that extra weight bonus. Okay. Oh, we'll get there eventually. I can only imagine how bad my hypothermic risk is right now. Like, this is a drag. I really need to be able to carry more stuff. I need the travois. Plain and simple, I need the travois. So I need to start actively working on getting the stuff I need to make the travois and the bow and arrow so I can make the travois. So yeah, we're going to have to start working on that. We're going to have to make that a higher priority. Provided we don't starve to death. Because food has been an issue this time around. I almost wonder if we shouldn't start somewhere else. Well, we'll do that if I wind up dead, we will restart in a different location and try this again. And maybe like maybe, for example, we'll start in the garage, get some stuff built up, and then make our way to Mystery Lake. Because I don't think the cougar is at the garage. I don't think it's at the Quonset. Yeah, the Aurora music does get annoying after a while. It really kind of does. I would rather it just do like the random sad music does, and just like kind of come and go on occasion. It can do it while the Aurora is there, but just this constant sitting there is annoying. Oof. I think my hunger is also going down because I'm carrying so much. Like, it's going down faster because there's just too much here. At some point, we're going to have to go back and look for a dead wolf. I'm sure the crows will lead us there if it's good enough to go in the morning. That will give us food, at least. That's how I should start looking at this. I should start looking at this as, let's start hunting now, because we're clearly not finding enough to feed us any other way. We're going to have to become one with the landscape. Well, no, actually, if we die, that's how we become one with the landscape. We should become one with the environment. That's what I mean. I think it'd be kind of funny if the bunnies were affected by the Aurora. But, like, in a different way, like, they were just, I'm not afraid of anything, but, like, they don't attack or nothing. That would be kind of funny. Crows. I don't know if those were weather-changing crows. They probably were, but I also can't see them. Must get to cabin. Although once we're in, I'm going to turn around and see if we can leave. Because if it's just the cabin that crashes, that's even more information. Oh, it's snowing. Still have the Aurora. Looks like it's dying off. So we might not even get to test it, but let's find out. Okay, here's the save. Here's the save. Okay, now, are we going to crash? No, it's fixed. Okay, cool. Oh, the Aurora stopped, so we didn't even actually get to properly test that. That's kind of funny. Well, maybe it did. Maybe it did help. Maybe it did. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video.